Fans, professional angler Chad Morgenthaler. I want to take just a minute and share with you some of the things that I do whenever I'm flipping bushes, heavy cover, and I'm going between fluorocarbon and braided line. And sometimes I'll use a braided line with a fluorocarbon leader. When I use a braided line with a fluorocarbon leader, I typically don't have the leader very long. It's only about 5 feet long. You can use several different knots. I use a modified Albright knot and I glue it, but it really doesn't make any difference. It doesn't take much stretch out of the line, but it does give you that invisibility and that confidence that the fish aren't not biting because they can see your line. And if you're around wood, it gives you that buffer so that the braided line doesn't get wedged in there. Now with the flipping equipment that I choose, I always want a high-speed reel so that I can take up a lot of line in the event that I get a bite and he comes right at me. I want to be able to take 3 or 4 cranks in the handle, get as much line up as I can. That's why I always run the Super Duty in the high-speed 7.5 or an 8-to-1 gear ratio. Something else too, whenever you're choosing your equipment, your rod and reel can stay pretty much the same. But your baits, braided line to fluorocarbon line, require a little bit of an adjustment. You got to watch the hook diameter. That's the whole key there. If it's a really thick hook, you've got to have that low to no stretch, so I suggest you go with braid or braid to fluorocarbon leader. But if you've got a fluorocarbon leader, you need to lighten that hook up. Even though you're using the same rod, this 7-11 extra heavy rod will do the job in pretty much any condition that you can imagine. You definitely want to lighten that hook up just a little bit. So keep those tips in mind. It's going to help you catch more fish.